Hello, beautiful stars, earth, air, fire, and water. I hope everyone has been staying prayed up, blessed up, and doing what you do best. It's hot, y'all, and it's a beautiful afternoon out here in RainChildz Kornerz. All right. And I'm going to be doing first, second, and third Deacon Gemini. Okay. All right, give me a second. Okay. So, first, second, and third, Deacon, Gemini. I've just been hearing, there's been, some changes, which we all know that we have to go through these things as far as, things changing. There is some news, that we're getting, and that's because I'm hearing Gemini's first, second, and third deacon are deciding to do the work, to finally, get the news that they're trying to get, regardless of whatever kind of news it is. It's something that they feel like they just need to know. It might not necessarily be something that's bad or good, you know what I'm saying? Only you will know what that is, but it's something that you want to know, so you want to clarify a couple of things, and you just want to see what it is. Yeah. Very clever, intellectual, assertiveness, curious, quick-witted, ambitious, energetic, outspoken, communication, talkative. Yeah, you're curious about some stuff. We have the Page of Swords, so you're acting, in this curious manner. You see? You're curious. So for first, second, and third Deacon Geminis, you guys are curious about a couple of things. Okay? All right, so let's go on ahead with the first. We'll get that out the way and let's see what it is. Okay? All right. First Deacon Gemini, when it comes to this news or whatever it is information that basically that you need to ascertain. What do they need to know about this? Okay? For the first Deacon, it says self-sacrifice, spiritual growth, prophecy, involuntary submission, trust in being tested. Trust in being tested. Suffering, new perspective, unconventional. Okay, so hold on. For the first Deacon Gemini, when it comes to this information that you're needing to ascertain, I'm hearing that technically whatever it was that you was trying to get as far as information, you technically self-sacrificed yourself. And this is going to cause you to go into some type of spiritual growth, and you're going to have to sit back, and I'm seeing something about sitting back witnessing a prophecy of some sort, some type of prophecy that you're going to witness, you know what I'm saying? And you have involuntarily submission. So you're not volunteering to submit to something, but it's going to be put upon you anyway to do so. Okay, so it says trust is being tested. Your trust is being tested. Only you would know what that means. You have suffering here. Maybe by your trust being tested, you got some type of suffering. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, perhaps before you do something, maybe you should think about what it is that you're doing before you do it, or before you continue doing it, because you're being tested here. And it's some type of new perspective that basically is coming to your awareness, because this is something very unconventional when it comes to your life and what it is that you're doing. So maybe things that you might have been doing for a long period of time, especially when it comes to ascertaining some type of information, it's very unconventional, and you're being tested. So just be careful. That's all I have to say. And if it's too late, then it's going to be some type of involuntarily submission. You know what I'm saying? Only you would know what that means for yourself. Could be good or bad, whatever. But suffering is here. So somebody's been suffering, possibly behind something that you have been doing, or you have been suffering behind something somebody else has been doing. And also when it comes to this involuntarily, maybe because you involuntarily put suffering upon yourself. Maybe because you possibly done something that you shouldn't have been doing. You know what I'm saying? So just, you would know exactly what this is. You could flip the narratives how you need to be. I don't know your story, only you would, okay? Okay, so we're going to go to the second. All right, for the second deacon, Gemini. Jesus Christ. Flipped all the way out in the front of the darn seat. I don't even know if I should take it. All right, we'll take it. Since it just flipped out that quick, obviously it needed to. So it says, well, you know what? I was told just to redo it over because it'll make, things just equal, okay? All right, nothing but the highest light, God Almighty, archangels, ancestors, evil is never welcome here. And for some of you all, if you want to take the Ace of Wands, you can do so. All right. And you can look it up, okay? If you don't want the next card that comes out. All right. Second deacon. There we go. Oh, look, child. You can't make this shit up. Hold on. I'm going to get the card. It was meant to come out. There we go. Ace of Wands for second deacon, Gemini. All right. It says beginning, opportunities, strength, inspiration, vitality, passion, creativity, new ventures, personal development, career, active, new action. So when it comes to this information that you're trying to get or ascertain, or information that you've already gotten, is something that you needed, and you have yes here. So yes, it's something that you need. You need it. Okay. And so it says beginnings, opportunity, strength, inspiration, vitality, passion, creativity, new venture, personal development, career, active, new action. So whatever it is for second deacon Gemini, and you saw what happened here. It came out first, and then when I went to shuffle again, I put it back, and it came out again. So it was meant to be coming out. So this is going to be some type of good news. We're just going to leave it at that. Okay. All right. So we're going to go on ahead and go to third deacon Gemini. Third deacon Gemini. Third deacon Gemini. All right. When it comes to this, getting this information to ascertain, to get what is it that you need. Okay. Here we go. I ain't gonna even put that back. I mean, it was meant to come out anyway, the way it came out. All right, it says victory, success, achievement, advancement in career, significant progress, good news, confident, respect, validation, not the end. So, hold on. So whatever kind of information that you're trying to get or have already gotten, it's victory for you. If you're a third deacon Gemini, it's some type of victory. It's successful. This is something that's going to bring you to great achievement. You're going to be sitting on top of the world. Because look how this person's on his horse, and you got all the people around them, and they got their staffs and stuff, and they're like, yay, and so it's significant progress. It's some type of progress. It's something that you needed, and it's good news, confident, respect, validation, and it's not going to be the end of your story. Okay, so that was for third deacon, and then I'm going to pull one more out of here. All right, so for first, second, and third deacon. All right, self-controlled, steady, enterprising, pragmatic, industrialist, provider, dependable businessman, material success, financial management, emphasis on security. So it's gonna bring you some type of security. You know what I'm saying? For first, second, and third deacon, it's going to be some type of security. And for the second deacon, since we had the first deacon that had got that card, what in your case, with the let me go on ahead and break it down right quick. Okay. So, the very first card, has something to do with being clever, talkative, and it's something that you need to do. So with the second deacon here, you were basically self-sacrificing yourself by being clever. You know what I'm saying? Because you're intellectual. You know what I'm saying? You're very quick with it. You're ambitious. You're energetic. But technically, honey, the thing with that, with the the first deacon is, you're basically going to be put into a position to where, you're going to have to grow spiritually because, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Okay, my bad. So So technically, you know, you're going to have to grow spiritually. You're just going to have to, you know, all that positive that you have within yourself, as far as being able to do the things that you do. You should have, you know, thought about, you know, using these things for the better. You know what I'm saying? Like using it for good. You know what I'm saying? And you can still do that and turn it around. But, you know, with the self-sacrifice and spiritual growth, you know, prophecy, involuntary, you know, submission, you're not submitting, you know, voluntarily. So you're being forced to do so. So, you know, your trust is being tested. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to, you know, basically change what it is that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And so with the third, okay, with the third deacon, okay, the second deacon, you know, with your intellectual, you know, abilities and stuff like that, you know, you did do the work. The second and third done the work. Literally, what I'm seeing here. You know, you take what you need. You know what I'm saying? And flip the narrative is how you need to be. But in this particular reading right here, you know, if this is your story or not, it's not going to resonate with actually everybody. But I'm just, you know, use first, second, and third deacon to, you know, to basically break it down. They've done the work here. The reason why I'm saying that is, you know, they've done the work because the second deacon got the hangman. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're under some type of scrutiny or whatever like that. Something dealing with suffering, you know, and it could be, you know, basically something that they basically put themselves through. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to keep harping on that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so with the second deacon here, you know, you have new beginnings. And then, you know, when you put it all together, new beginnings, you know, opportunity, victory, success, achievement, you know what I'm saying? Progress. And even though the first, you know, deacon got what it got, you know, after, you know, it's going to be put through this involuntary submission, this is the things that's going to grow. You're going to grow from this. And so it's not negative. Nothing's negative. You know what I'm saying? You're going to grow from this. Nothing's never negative and nothing's never just the end, because it says it in the last card. Just so you know, not the end. It's not the end. You still can grow and you still can become the person that you want to become, but it's up to you to do so. Okay?
Don't you feel silly, guy? Can't say her name. No magic over the